Hi everyone, I'm Margot, tarot reader. Thank you and welcome to my channel. So Luna Botanica, Margot, tarot reader. So as I was driving to the shop this morning, I felt compelled to do a mini reading in reference to uh, the findings of our beloved Savannah Guthrie mother. If at this time she's still not found, today it is February the 4th. And so, as my clients know, I am very connected to the spiritual realm, very connected to our loved ones that are passed on and or living. Whether or not you're present here, I can still connect to the energy of a loved one, yours or anybody else. So, if at all possible, I want to do this reading and help Savannah find the peace that she is needing at this time, or the help and guidance that she's needing at this time, whether or not it is get seen or noticed. The important thing is that we are vibrating the messages through this video. Even if it's one person that sees it and views it, we are still together vibrating the energy of positivity and love toward this particular situation. Okay, so as well, we are coming into a candle that has been prayed to and upon for the energies that are closing around her. I'm already sensing certain things, so I will also, and I have prior to the recording, as my clients know, prior to the recording, I call into the personal, to my client's personal information. For we do not announce it in the videos, but she is a public figure and people do care for her, and we still want to vibrate to help her find her loved one. So I have called upon certain angels of the day, and also for the help that we are needing today. And the angels that I've called upon are the ones that are coming forth for me at this time. Angel Anuel and Angel Barashiel and Sakiel. Okay, we're calling them because I feel that what has happened, it has to do with what's going on in the life of Savannah. Okay, there are a number of things that I'm sensing that are taking place in this situation. And one of those things is almost like I get the notion of someone not being as experienced, not being as pro at it on what they're doing. Okay, whether they've done one or two before, it does not matter. What matters is that they are not sufficient at the work that they do. It's how I'm sensing it. Can it be do with money? We will see, but I'm also sensing that it has to do with a toxic energy coming from the third party situation. What I mean by third party in this particular video, it means the person or the effect that took place upon what's going on right now with her missing. I'm feeling the person not emotionally completely indoor stable. So that could be the actual Miss Nancy and or the person that actual took her. Again, I keep sensing that energy, but we are going to look more into it. Now, can you give us a more precise angel in reference to? Let us know. Well, Jesus. Okay. this is not let's see why we're getting to that answer, please. Okay. Again, it speaks of someone not being professional at what they're doing, professional, or having lack of experience of what they're doing. I will have to say this: a lot of the media, a lot of the people that are in the media, let's say, um, they want to be a part of us and us a part of them, in the point of where they talk about their personal lives. And it has happened in the last 2 3 years that people are putting their family in public and things like that. We are thankful that there are feeling that comfortable to make us part of their life as well. But unfortunately, in this world, we're not perfect, and I keep saying that all the time. That there are people that are not fully stable, that there are people that they are very negative with their energy and entities, etc. And there are people that are after what it's out there in your interest of life, in however way it comes to. And so, as some viewers may love and be appreciative of you sharing your life with us and your family, some may not, and some may have a certain attachment to that to that um, time of sharing, let's say. Because I'm sensing someone being a little bit overly attached to you, Savannah, and I feel that uh, they I feel that the more that they want to get to know you, get too close to you, or they probably did try before. Um, and they kind of study certain things about your personal life, and I feel that your mother became a target for that. Their initial target was actually you, and maybe through her is how they wanted to get to you, whether taking her or not taking her. Okay. um it's an unfortunate situation in the way that I'm sensing it. So it tells me that someone actually took the time to find out all these things about your personal life and also your mother's life, and they got to her in that sense. Okay. Nowadays, yes, AI is beautiful for us to find certain things that are beneficial, but also against us. And in the media sector, with all kinds of ways of finding people's home address and etc. And I feel that that is also one of the ways. And a lot of the times, there was a spoken of where they live, where she lived before, and it was quite easy, I feel, to find this person, your mother, in the way that I'm sensing. So it did not took them long to find um, where she lived. Um, um, we let's hope that this is not the truth of what I'm saying now. But we also, and again, there are predictions that may be aligned to a certain extent, but there are predictions that cannot, because it is the path that we have to take in this physical life. Having said that, I will say this, that I feel very, very, very in my emotions. I'm having a hard time catching my breath, a hard time. Like I feel weak in my strength. You know what I mean? My hands are just like shaking. Now this could be her fears and or being out in the cold. Um, but like a slow pace moving of my body shutting down. So I that could also speak of her illness or conditions and or actual conditions where she has been. um we will have some finding of her, and I will have to say that it may not, and unfortunately it may not look as positive. Okay. um I will also say this, that there's been a lot of tears, there's been a lot of I should have done this, I should have done this, I should have taken other initiatives, or I should have secured the place more. There's a lot of guilt going on in you, Savannah, and in your family. maybe there was something that was supposed to be taken care of in the house, or maybe there was something that was not working in the house, like a camera or something like that. um and someone said that I should make sure that things were being taken care of in the best way possible. um I'm also seeing that there's someone scared and afraid. This, and I have to be honest, this could be the person that has taken her, and or her herself, or both of them are scared and fearful of, in different environment, of what they're thinking of, or at the last minute regretting the things that they did. I feel that they, or it, or it, that particular person was not completely aware of her health issues and things like that. So it has escalated the conditions of what they were wanting to do. Yes, no. They I feel that in this very moment there's not much that can be done. Most unfortunately, um they will most likely find her in the place that she ended up in, uh, with or by herself. And it will. It's been few days. It's been few days, and I feel that she has been maintaining herself in the best way possible to keep her hopes. To she's a fighting, fearless woman here, your mother, Savannah, and she has her wit about her life. You know what I mean? She does not give in. She's a very authority like, and she tries not to show her fear. um and I love that because she's a fighter, you know. And I keep seeing this because I keep having her being imagining of the things that she wants to do, and have said. Now, so she has been staying afloat for the moment in time. Now, um, and the unfortunate news that I feel for this is that I do sense her passing. So um, I it, I feel that her passing, it's over exaggerated for me because of all the things that is overwhelming her. And this could have to do with, yes, the cost of this, but also the cost of everything overwhelming her. And I would hope that you would still, uh, with the help of our angels that we are knowing today, that you will find her in some kind of way, uh, having an ability to be in existence. But it will be the draw to her descendants, to her departed life. Meaning with that is, I know I'm going around, and and for many reasons I cannot say completely the whole phrase and the words, right? But meaning with that is that if excuse me, there's a sense of being choked or being taped. Uh, is what I'm sensing here. um, so even if she is still in the living, there's few days and or hours after the fact. I would hope that that would be the case for your beautiful mother here, that you will still have the time to say your loving words. But I don't sense that in the moment, is what I'm saying. And I don't like to be the person to give the bad news, but unfortunately, uh, when they speak, they speak, and it's not myself. I'm only passing the messages. And I was called to do this on the way to the shop. And I will tell you this. A few days ago, as I always watch Channel 2 here in Texas, I had I had a epiphany moment about I want to say 3 weeks, three weeks in the beginning of the year when I saw you, and then when I saw you not a few days ago before this happened, that you had returned, and I felt this energy of dismissal, of aura around you, and normally what happens on the good fortunate and unfortunate with me is that when I do not like to see pictures of loved ones that departed, because if I'm not in that moment to be passing the messages, it overwhelms my energy, my vibration, and my physical health. And when I'm looking at the face of someone in the living, um, you get to start seeing all these things, around their energy or what's coming forth. So I try to look to the left, to the right, so I cannot be completely drawn to their whole energy, because you can literally see everything about them. What I'm trying to say with this is that I felt this shift in your energy. I felt this passing energy through you. And even though you look vibrant and more happier, more pulled together, and feeling like this is your year, and I felt that in you. But at the same time, as you were vibrating that, I felt an energy passing through, meaning walking away from your energy. Okay, sometimes that could be like a completely separation of the person if you're married, or a completely separation of a karmic and or soul connection of someone, especially when it comes to loved ones. And anyhow, I would right. So it was in the dark of night that they did this. Um, maybe like sometime between 12 to 3 in the morning. Now, see, this has been circling. I feel like maybe they thought that she fell down and to get up to the bathroom. Maybe she fell down, started bleeding, wandered off, and then walked out. Those are one of the theories that they probably did come up with, and depending on the type of blood that they found, depending on where they found it, it gives them a different sense. They are not communicating everything in the media of what's exactly that is there. They're not, and good for them, because anyways they're not supposed to, right? And they shouldn't, because instead of helping, it will hinder the situation. um, we definitely feel there's a notion of a sweater here, a sweater or a coat. I don't know if it's missing, and or is she needing that. I keep seeing that there's a sweater. Was there like a sweater, like a red coat, a red vest, a red something on her that was either her favorite, or that she needed it, or that someone is saying she doesn't have this, she doesn't have this, she doesn't go anywhere with this. There's a notion of that right now, in my thoughts. So I think it's a gift, or something that she does not go anywhere without. That could be the possibility of what gives it to them, that there's no way that she could have walked out on her own. um but right, it was a sudden situation. I definitely feel that it's a foul play here, um and it's in a certain It's unfortunate. I don't think that that was the actual end goal of this. And you know what? I don't sense that it was money wise. I don't. I mean, if you're getting ransom notes and things like that, I don't feel that this was the end goal either. um, I don't feel. I think that this has to do with some psychological attachment toward you and or your family not knowing you. Again, we're speaking of someone that is not all there. Um, and it doesn't feel to me that it has to do with money. Okay. And it doesn't feel to me that it it was intended to hurt your loved one. Right. I don't see that. I don't. Um, what I do see, and that is very clear here, is that we have someone that has and will be in the very moment transitioning to a better enlightenment of the spirit, completing out of nowhere a transition of the soul. Okay. What I see here is someone departing, um, or has already in that form. Um, if if you have not already uh, found her, I we're looking about 7 days time, up to including 7 minutes, 7 hours, or 7 days top. Okay, that's what I'm sensing here. That you will have a notion of her if you haven't already. When it's completing the 7 day trial, yes. It's someone, and I keep saying that it's not all there. Okay, someone that has been looking and um, has a toxic attachment toward you, Savannah, and it could be someone that they feel hurt in their own personal life. Someone that is mentally all not there is completely how I sense this, and they did not intend to uh, also hurt your loved one. Okay, I think that they were um, in their mind, in their confusement, they were looking to do something totally different than what the outcome is what I'm seeing. What I will see, what I would hope is that she will be found in her living energy, so you can have some time to have one-on-one with her. But that is my hope and my prayer to you. But if not, from the moment that she's been missing up to 7 days, I don't think it's 7 weeks. I think it's between the time that she's been missing to 7 days, she would be found. And most likely in the place that she passed. She will not be moved, I don't feel. I think that she will be left there. um I'm seeing like gates, indoor barred, or gates, uh where she may be. Could this be like a warehouse or like an abandoned farm? Because when I see bars and gates, it almost looks like wood, like old wood, like wood. So could it be like a farm? um, hay, farm and hay, something to that effect. Look into that. Um, it's an abandoned space, is what I feel, and it's fenced. What I'm and it's a big land, big land. Um, is how I'm seeing. Okay. Um, and I'm almost sensing that there's like a church far off. So from in that building, I can see like a church, a tower looking. Maybe it's a big bell uh, that I can see on the church. But it kind of has the figure of a church. Can it be a house? Maybe, but it feels to me like a church. Okay. uh that place is not made out of regular material. I keep hearing like the Flintstones, thing. So the material of that, either church and house, it's made out of probably full concrete, or I don't know what material that would be. It just doesn't look like a regular material to make a house. It doesn't even have that view either. So I can see that far off from where she is. Okay. um Everything is like far off. um there's a possibility there's a railroad track as well close to it, to where she may be, but there's a dirt road that takes you to that either farm where she is. Okay. um is there like a retrieve, maybe that place that I'm looking is like a retrieve, far off, it's like a retrieve place. um it's what I'm sensing in the moment. um Now, this was meant to be for her energy. Can it be relating to someone else? Maybe, unless someone else is also there, or in similar abandonment. Um, is there a water, uh, like a running water lake? Is there like a running water lake around or between you, her place of living, and where she is? Hmm. Um, Now, let me see. Would they find the person or persons if that's the case? It's just giving me an overview of different views. Um, and I hate to say it, but it for me, in the way that I'm sensing it, it's almost like when someone is just not all there in their minds, and I'm seeing like distortion of events. Okay. Okay. Yes. So we still go into the same phase. It's an unfortunate situation. Um, it feels almost like she was taken. Did not intend to have the outcome that they have. Did not intend the outcome that it has happened or taken place. Okay. Uh, they were intending to have a different. Let me look into this one here. Right. So we do have an unstable person. We do have a sudden situation that took place here. Okay. We absolutely do. We do have a sudden situation that took place that was not meant to be. And ergo, um, it's telling me here that there's some significance of something that either was missing from her or it's very noticeable from the person that took her. Okay. I would start looking into the records of people that are in the area. Probably not in the area because I don't feel that he lived in the area. I feel that he went there for the specific work, to do what they did. I feel that they traveled to that area on the notion of having some type of communication or talk with her. Okay. um I don't feel that this has to do with ransom. I feel that this has to do with someone that is psychologically not all there. um Someone that is probably going through schizophrenia of some sort, bipolar of some sort, or someone that has lost reason with the reality of life. um, and in that moment of in that moment that they were, when certain people are in that suffering and lack of medication, can put them in the state of the reality of what they're seeing or feeling or sensing, which is not of this actual world, and they can conduct into that form. Okay. I am not excusing anything by all means, but what I'm saying is that whether it was on their doing or not, that person, it's not all there who did this, and they did not intend it to go beyond what has happened, because it surprised them to know the actual health of the person. And I it feels to me that they will either walk away and leave Miss Nancy in that way, um, wherever it is that she departs from. If it is in the place that I described, then that's where you will find her. I don't think that this person can actually move her from where she is, or does not want to, um, does not want to, and or it is unable to move her to a different place. So it feels to me that she will be found there. I would hope that it's within the amount of time that I've given you. I do not like to give timings because it always rendering different facts. So um, it's an unfortunate news. As the days move further, it is a highly less chance to see her in the best way possible. Okay. And I feel that at this very moment it's not in the way that it is, or that you wish it to be. um they need to I wonder if they have already searched home, every little house in the area, every little farm, every little nook and thing. uh, I wonder if they already doing that. um there's like a big farm in the back of a house or something, in the way that I see it. Okay. um it's a big land because I'm seeing farms and things like that. It's a big land. um my thing here is that Where are the cameras? Where are the cameras? Because could it possibly be that there are cameras, but they're not where they can see it? Because I'm seeing not front, but back or sides. So, like from the back porch, back room, window, and I'm seeing something happening in the back of the house where it, so here's my thing though, that depending on the houses that are surrounding, as prominent or not, and as the land that it is, you would think that you will have cameras in either directions of the homes. Well, if they don't now, they will. But uh, where are those cameras that will capture if it's a car leaving? And I keep saying is, but why is that? Could they walk through the fields and end up behind the house and then left the car far on a different angle? If Miss Nancy would have walked after falling down, and we're gonna give these scenarios, okay? If she would have walked, let's say she got up, forgot about her health and everything. You know, when you wake up, you're not all there completely sometimes. So, need to use the bathroom, fell down, hurt herself, um, and lost conscious of awareness and could have wandered off. That's a possibility, and I have a feeling that that's really what they were thinking of. Because she had wandered off, but if she would have wandered off, leaving the front door, she would have been spotted on eventually. Because she had wandered off, leaving to the back porch, back doors of some sort. Because I keep seeing back doors. There's a back door, so the back door would take her to the backyard, to like a field, I feel, and then wandered through there. If that would be the case, they would already found her, because she would have wandered off, falling asleep, waking up, continue, and then eventually she would have ended up at a neighbor's house. She would have ended up at a neighbor house and or be found if they would have circled the whole, everybody like in a star angle, walk the whole from the house all the way, you know, moving all the way around, starting from there, all in a star angle, everybody walking through, examining every piece of nook and cranny of the land and or houses and properties. If she did it, if she walked on her own, they would have found her debilitated, but they would have found her. So that, and I'm saying this because those are the narratives that I feel that they have, that the people that are looking for her have thought of. And so that to me says that that's not the case, because they would have found her. Unfortunately, on lands as big as that, you have coyotes and things like that, but still she would have been found in some type of shape or form. So that for me does not fit the case. In the way that I see it and in the way that they see it. The other scenario would be that they could have most likely come through the back doors, windows, etc. Could she have woken up and started fighting physically? Yes, because again, in the beginning of the video, we sense her energy being very vibrant and authority-like. So she's not a quitter. She's a fighter. She's always been that. She does not let her guards down. She does not let. She's I haven't even searched her birthday or anything, but her energy feels like a Taurus energy for me. Her energy is very driven. Now, Sun, Moon, Rising can be that type. Trust me, I know. And that's good, because that gives them the lift to continue moving through in life and not surrender. So she's always been in that character, and she still is. And so that could have caused the fight. Now, the blood itself, I wonder where they found it. Did they found it in the bed? Did they found it on the edge of the bed? Or did they found it on the hall? The reasons why I say this is because I'm also in the energy of the people that are looking for her, analyzing the situation of what they found. Where in the house did they find the blood? Did they found it outside the house, walking out from the front door or back door? There's a very significant about the front door and the back door. So I feel that they're that they also they looked at, it could be a neighbor, they looked at, could it be they're even, as I'm seeing is that they even are going through the emails of sort of Savannah, like to see if she has had threatened letters of any kind, and following that as well. Love letters of admirers that are sent, and they're also looking into that, and I feel that that's the angle of where this is coming from. Okay. um of someone that, whether or not they have sent her a some type of wording of caring for her, and having fantasy of other things. And so in whether or not they send her a letter or not, it has to do based on what she does for a living. She shared, unfortunately, a little too much that gave in the window to someone that was not all there. It's how I'm sensing it. It has not. Um, there are people that are out there until still to this day that they follow someone. They look at all every little click that they can do. There's you. Even normal people are putting so many normal things in all kinds of in the window in the internet, and you're giving them the way to find you. You're giving them the window, the opportunity to come and harm you. Unfortunately, when you do things with a good heart and you want the same in return, we all do. But there are people out there, including people that are actually known to you, that are evil and do evil to you. And it's an unfortunate situation because we are not in a perfect world. So you have to be on your guard all the time. And I have a feeling that this is going to change in a number of ways, of aspects of how we share our life with other people. And also, maybe there will be some changes also in the Google search as well, more than they have been in the prior years, because those two are very much connected on the cause of the situation. Um, and I unfortunately, Savannah, I send you my love from the spiritual realm. May you find the comfort in your spirit, in your soul, and also for your family. May you have that surrendering of love, from your loved ones and within yourself, and from your loved one that will be in the spiritual realm, and as I sense it, as it is already. I would absolutely hope to be wrong, but I you know if you're new, you will browse around in my channel and you will know um, that I don't when I give the bad news is because it's an unfortunate situation that it has to be given to find some type of peace and understanding of causes in life and in the physical and the spiritual life. um, I feel that this is going to be a very, very hard lesson for absolutely you and your loved ones, but also for moving forward for those that are transcending to the TV world, media world, etc. um, that there are lines that you need to draw. And yes, we love to know everyone's personal life, etc. But you know um, it's best not to give so many details that people are looking to gain out of eventually. Okay. um, you may say to yourself, why me? I am not a significant person, and I don't have the wealth and the means to support or give financial, and to, but in this case, it's not about that. Um, um, it's people nowadays are willing to do anything for any little thing, you know. It's an unfortunate situation, but um, moving forward, I think that, you know, the the less we give to the audience of our personal life, the better it is, because um, there are people that can do us wrong in things that we do not wish to have, you know, happened. And truly, you know, they can harm us in the best way possible, which is through our loved ones. Okay. um, I wish you love and light, and I wish you to have a healing energy within now in your surroundings for your loved ones. We are going to, because I see certain things, and again, I'm trying not to give as many details as I would like to, because we are in the media. So, um, if the facts are right, angels of the universe and of the heavens, which we appreciate the answers. We appreciate angels of the universe and of the heavens, this beautiful enlightenment that we have today. Give us only the truth and nothing but the truth. Nancy, if you have passed on, let us see your energy. Let us see your physical and or spiritual energy, Nancy. There's something about her that speaks of the old days. I guess we will be knowing a little bit more about her life and after the fact of all this. I feel that we will have like maybe 60 minutes of some sort and talk about Savannah Guthrie and something about her family, her mother. There's something there. I'm not sure if she was a someone that once dreamed of becoming like a dancer of some sort. There's the, or even if she did, because I'm sensing like a ballerina energy. Um, mm, and it speaks of me of, and again, you know, it speaks of me of a lady who is very authority like, very manner like, and her elegance was from within and out. Her dreams within herself, the inspirations that she was with herself. Um, she had this view of life that was uh, never given up and being very, very driven by including pain. Um, I think that there will be more talk of her. I haven't been looking at the news in the last, you know, few days, but um, there was a dream that she once had, and maybe was not important, you know, because it whether it did not happen. And again, I keep sensing like a ballerina type. I keep seeing a ballerina tutu kind of dress. So could she have done that in her young years, or did one of her child's children did that in her young years? um, um, there's a circle of that energy in her as a female, or someone that is female in that energy. Now, I will say this: um, the reason why it doesn't come as precise for me is, again, because I'm still in her vibrant energy of a recent departed. Unfortunately, when I see it in that way, it's a transition of the body into the soul fully, and they're going into in the compartment of their physical life, and feeling such joy in certain things or for certain persons, okay, in the living life, or in going into a phase of memory of the physical life that they led, or that they fulfilled and joy and had a joy of seeing and being a part of. So if this was not her, could have been like you, for example, when you were a little girl, was some talk of that and never becoming that or wanting it or something to that effect. Whenever it hits your environment, whether it's today or years to come, Savannah, you know, I will always be here. But what I'm saying to this is that her energy is going through this memory lane where she's reminiscing. I apologize, reminiscing of certain beautiful things in her childhood and or uh, childhood of her loved ones. Okay. Um, we, when I say we, it is thyself and her energy. Um, I feel that this was an unfortunate situation that took place and that never thought that it could happen. It Uranus, a full moon, uh, someone not being as old. I have her smiling right now. Like, okay, um, I keep my body wants to just relax and smile and just have a laugh. Um, and I'm not being disrespectful. I mean her energy. So uh, she wants things to be recognized in a different form of light. She wants love to be spread. She wants uh, peace to be spread. She wants uh, joy, you know. So that would mean to me that she does not want pain to exist in her family and her loved ones, especially you, Savannah. Because I think that deep down you are her favorite. If you were her only child, well, there you go. But um, and again, I say this because I don't look into my clients or people that I'm reading in general background or anything like that. I'm not into that. I have to go based on what I sense, okay, and what I'm being told. It is what it is. There is another person on the spiritual realm with her. um, we do have um, a male figure, and we also have a child and a pet on the other side with her. Um, so she's feeling comfort and supported. She feels beautiful. She feels young. So I feel that her energy has taken her into that space um, that she wants to be in or remember the most. Um, I feel that there could also be a picture of that you may have, Savannah, of her younger years, where she was absolutely beautiful, driven, and she just loved that picture. There's something about her that I feel that she was most confident in. Uh, there's a picture there that she probably told you that she loved that one the most, because I keep seeing her pointing. This one, this one, Savvy, this one, Savvy, this one. I like, this is my favorite one. Okay, you will let me know, but you know that's what I see. Um, is there any other messages that we have before we close off your beautiful energy? Right. So here's my thing. In every stress that I've had, we have someone that is not being all there, someone that is lucid, someone that probably was drunk or high or lack of medication. Okay. I I'm going back and forth with this because I feel that when I interact with the spiritual realm, we not only get to feel and see this the people that are departed, but also the spirit of the people that are still in the living, and this energy is connected very much so to hers at the very moment. Okay, um, because their path led to hers. Um, Now, who is this Queen of Cups that we see here? It's Scorpio, Pisces, and or Cancer. And I do not know your birthday, Savannah. I do not, and I did not search it, and I'm not going to either. But everything will come into its conclusion at the end because you will put one on one together, or people will. Um, and or I will hear it or see it and say, ah, there we are. Um, they are people that are close to you, also, and these are the messages coming from your loved one on the other side, and I feel so that they are warning you to be very cautious of certain people that do not want the best for you. There's a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, someone arising, someone that is being deceitful to you, not being honest and truthful to you. uh, um, I think that they've always been envy of you. They're close to you. I don't know if it's an aunt or a relative of your loved ones, or married to one of your loved ones, something to that effect. But it's a female that shows to be your friend, but is not. Envies you in the capacity of your growth. Hmm, Possibly someone will be fighting over her, whatever is left, the inherit, excuse me, the inherit of what is left of your loved one. um, Almost like a half sibling. Keep sensing like a half sibling. What is that? Who is that? Someone that's being considered a family or not being fully a family member. uh, it's very noted here. We're gonna leave that as that. um, I would say that, Savannah, you're very much like your mother. um, you know, you cannot help but grieve or pain and things like that, but like your mother, you face things, in a different way, for example, you may cry 1 or 2 days and then get up and say, let's take care of the problem, let's deal with the situation, and let's handle it in the best way possible. And in closed doors, you'll be shattered. um, and just show an optimistic environment so people don't get to see your grief and pain. um, I feel that, yes, it's good sometimes, but you need to let out the pain, in so it will not consume you. But also, what I'm sensing here, based on your loved one's messages, do not feel the guilt. I should have, I should have, I should have, I could have, I done. Do not put the guilt on you. You did not cause any of this. This was unfortunate path that one destiny has to abide by, however painful it is. Um, you have done the best that you could for your loved one, especially your mother. And I know this because she shows me. You always done above and beyond, and you always said, Mother, we need to do this, we need to do that, and we need to take care of this, and and almost on the same page with each other, I feel. Um, but what your loved one wants for you is to not blame yourself, okay? Not dwell into this time of pain. And I would always say this, as I always do when we are talking to a loved one or someone wants to know about a loved one that passed on. I will say this in this moment, that what we are grieving is the vessel, the body, and so should you. Absolutely. There's no wrong in that. But what you also need to understand and hopefully accept one day is that if you have that faith, that trust, and especially, more importantly, that love for your loved one, let that be your surrender. Let that be your serenity. Let that be your peace, love, and tranquility moving forward in this physical life. Because that will vibrate the energy that your loved one needs in the spiritual realm. Why I say this is because what we depart from is the vessel, the body, but our spirit uprises, uplifts, and vibrates to the ethers, to our God, to our Creator, to enhance our energy, our soul, our spirit, and to reunite temporarily basis at times with other loved ones of our seeds. But trust me when I say that forever, endeavor, and infinite, we are a living source. So is your mother, so are you, so is me, everyone else. Now that would take a whole nother subject for another day, but I want you to know that when we transcend, depart from our body, our vessel, we are free from all this pain that we have caused, that we have surrendered to in this physical life. We are free from that, especially when you decide to let it go. To say, I completed my mission here on earth, and I am free to choose and do as I will, as we all do, to an extent. No matter what you do in this world, God receives his children, especially those that have no cause to certain things. You have to have, and again, that faith, that trust. Okay? So, being that we are using our angels today to guide us in this way possible for your loved one, I hope that this message receives you in the best way possible, um, or finds and gives you some type of healing afterwards. It was supposed to be a mini reading, may not all fit in the viewers or you in the moment, but later it might. But I hope that it gives you some type of inspiration and some type of growth when it comes to you within your self-love. Any questions that you have, or any doubts that you have, anything that you're needing or being answered, I will be more than happy to. I hope that that only the good finds you when in this reading. And I hope that I apologize. I am lack for words in this very moment, but let us end with a prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be the name. Thy kingdom come, thy be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Heavenly Lord Father, we ask that if the spirit of is now in your hands, let it be descendant and free, full of love and light and peace and healing. We give thanks to our angels, and today we ask especially in your name. Anuel. We open our hearts to the light of the unity of love and prosperity and healing, and find. Guide our words toward peace, our actions toward success, and finding who we are seeking now. Say your mother's name or your loved one's name, anyone that is watching today, anyone that you wish to be found. Take a deep breath. Hold. Exhale. Let our angels do our work for us today in this physical life and this spiritual life. Let our answers be known. Let those loved ones be found today. Angels of the universe and the heavens, give us light, give us love, give us trust and faith continuously. And let us find that peace that we're seeking and needing at this moment. Let us bring the joy and the love within our hearts again. Let us rise from all that does not serve us, people, places, and things. Let us find the answers that we're seeking. Let's find our loved ones and or the ones that are guilty. Punished us. Padre, Espíritu Santo, Señor, gracias. So we will leave this beautiful candle light through in the name of your loved one today, Savannah, and of course in the name of the loved ones of all those that are praying today in your behalf, and for those that are seeking some guidance and help today. Again, I'm Margot, here to help you and serve you in any way that I can. For you and for your loved ones, thank you and welcome to Soluna Botanica. If you're interested, email me at solunabotanica2@gmail.com and or Margot, your tarot reader. Thank you for loving and sharing and liking and subscribing for all of you. Let us have a positive outcome and positive outlook on life, and also moving forward. I send the best vibrations in today and always for all of us that are taking your time to watch today. I would ask that you light any candle of any size, tea light, perfect, fine. What matters is the vibration that we send to us and to our loved ones. For those that are in existence of the physical life still living in, those that are departed and are on the spiritual realm. Let us be today the day that we vibrate love, to those in need and to those that we love and that we wish them well. For those that are ill today in any kind of way, physically and or mentally and or spiritually, we ask that you bring forth healing of the flesh, body, mind, soul, and spirit, angels of the heaven and earth, and well, Barashel Saki. We ask that you bring us message of good news. We ask that you give us the enlightenment and the peace that we're seeking now in our physical and our spiritual life. Bring us closer to you with your vibrant energy of love. May peace be with you. May love be with you. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, angels of the heaven and earth, thank you. Thank you, everyone.